Guys, this is a big moment for me, and I'd like to share this with you. So now, to make it official, I present to you the Tonight Show marquee. Here we go. Let's light it up, boys. 3, 2, 1. Let's start the show.
I say, how you doing today? How you doing today? You already know it's your favorite rapper, the best film writer, director, St. Louis Facts, award-winning published author, actor, journalist, actor, business owner, nominated Hollywood music artist, #1 bestseller, battle rapper, service of the year recipient, Lacey G. Soldier. Turn out these some more accolades. Who raised these ninjas? Who raised them? Y'all know that's the moniker. This is UnCensor The Conversation Podcast. We are live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. If you do not catch us today, you will catch us wherever you listen to your podcast tomorrow. iHeartRadio, Amazon, Apple Music, Pornhub, wherever you listen to it, you will find it. But first up, we got the woman who does not never have perfect attendance. We got Tara Michelle.
I'm not talking to you no more before the show. That's a shame how you play. Hey, everyone. Happy Monday. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. Let's have an amazing show.
All right. And then we got my boy, you can't spell the loop without putting this name in it. He always bridging East St. Louis and St. Louis together. We got Gateway Louie in the building.
What's up, world? Y'all already know what time it is, man. Let's turn up.
Listen, y'all, and listen, Gateway Louie is in the finals to this Thursday. He competing, man. He finna bring this title back home. Let's get it, Louie.
Let's get it.
All right, look, next up, we got the backstory woman herself. She always know all the stories. She know who was fighting at Bliss this past weekend. She know it all. We got Ricky in the building.
I don't know shit. I just know how to authentically be me.
There we go. And then look, we got my boy that he's unofficially not a member, but he be here every motherfucking week. We got my boy KJ in the building.
What's going on, everybody? Glad y'all can have an elder in the presence.
An elder statesman.
Keep living.
Can I use your senior discount?
He always be putting icy hot on his legs.
Hey, I take my Tylenol before I work out now.
Look, put some BioFreeze on it. But can I use your senior discount?
Huh?
Can I use your senior discount?
Lord Jesus, help us.
Yeah, yes, you can.
But you gotta go with me because you like a real senior. Like I'm not quite sure.
I cannot.
With that being said, let's get it.
I cannot, bro. This is craziness.
Let's talk about this Rodney Hinton story. If y'all don't know, if y'all been sleeping under a rock, Tara, go ahead and break it down to him.
Oh, really? Me? Cops. Ricky probably know better than me, but there were multiple cops, 3 or 4 of them, that participated in the murder of his son. Somebody shot him in the back of the head. After he was allegedly in a stolen car. Don't know if he was supposed to be driving. Everybody got out and broke from the car and ran. Somehow he was the one that ended up killed. And a couple of hours after getting the news, Rodney was riding down the street or what have you, saw a cop and ran them over and killed them. A random cop that was not one of the ones that had any hand in killing his son. And yeah, that's pretty much what he did.
So what is your take on it?
I'm really torn because I do understand that as Black people, we are tired. We are tired of watching our family members, unarmed Black people, whether we know them or not, being murdered, and these cops getting paid leave and then getting away scot-free in the majority of the cases. So I understand the anger and the buildup, but as a person who that cop could have been related to me and had nothing to do with it, I just can't get this eye for an eye thing. For me, if you're gonna go eye for an eye, then you go after the person who actually killed your kid. And I'm not condoning that either, because I can't justify murdering a person. I can understand that you can snap and lose your mind. And I really do think that this is a crime of passion. I think he had no idea, didn't premeditate that, saw that cop and just lost his senses. But I feel bad for an innocent cop who could have been an innocent cop. Maybe it was a crooked cop. I don't know. But an innocent person who got killed for something they didn't do under the justification that if they take one of ours, we're going to take one of theirs. I also think, as I was talking to Flan about this is a dangerous precedent. You go out and you kill a cop, and you think they're not going to come back, they could wipe out your whole bloodline. And what blood? There could be a lot of blood because your family could keep coming for them, but where does it end? And how many people are going to die before we get to an ending? So I'm torn on it. I understand how he could get there, but I just can't condone that type of violence. It's ridiculous.
All right. Teresa said, "Good evening, beautiful people."
Good evening.
All right. What about you?
Every week, one free bag of microwave popcorn just for you.
Make sure it's kettle corn. No, go ahead, Louis.
Yeah, I've probably been one of them people out up under a rock, but I mean, this so often happen where you have the law enforcement getting that off like that, you know what I mean? And nothing being done, so people are just like they had enough, and it's gonna probably be a whole lot more of that, if you've been entrusted with the responsibility to uphold righteousness and you throw it to the wayside and you become a thug, then universal law is in effect. Now I'm with Tara when she said like innocent people that don't probably have nothing to do with that particular situation. I'm a firm believer, like if you have a problem with somebody, you go pull up on that person and you handle your business with that person. That's the way it's justified to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't even say eye for eye, tooth for a tooth to a degree because you ain't even killing the problem. You know what I'm saying? The problem still exists. So you ain't even taking the person, you know what I'm saying, that did it and holding them to justice if that's what you called yourself doing. So that wasn't like the most ideal way to handle the situation. But I do understand that person's frustration. But I just feel like that as a people, man, we got to come together as a people and put everything aside and uphold our people as one and demand a certain level of respect for each other, and until we come together, it's hard to expect other people to respect us.
All right, let me answer this question since we missing some people. So I think I agree with Tara too. Like you should exact revenge on the same the person who did it, but you know how the black people get fed up, just like the police officers just got exonerated and the Tyree Nichols, you know what I'm saying? And it was blatantly showing that they tried to paint a nerd, paint this way that this happened and everything. So people be fed up like ain't nothing gonna happen if I do it by the books the right way. So just the whole crazy situation. But go ahead, Ricky.
I'm torn on a lot of levels with this, only because like everybody knows about the Kia boys. They're in a stolen car for one. Yep. At some point we got to start taking accountability for the actions that we put ourselves in, the predicaments we put ourselves in. Facts. If 4 young men get out of a stolen vehicle and they all are running, you don't know, as a law enforcement officer, they are trained to neutralize the target, not to wound you. They're shoot to kill. It's unfortunate. I don't know if you have a gun or a knife. I'm just putting myself in their position. If it's my life or your life, I'm going to choose my life, right? I don't feel like they should be trained that way, but I understand it, right? In the same instance, that's still somebody's child. That's still somebody's loved one. So I understand it on both sides, and I'm not advocating for one side or the other. I'm just saying that I understand it on both sides, especially because you get out of car, you fall. The next thing I see is something. I don't know if the gun was planted or not, but it was a gun found on the scene next to him. I don't know. Not getting into all those details, but I'm saying this is tragic and people are fed up. And I don't want people to just be fed up when a cop does it. I want you to be fed up when the dude down the street do it. I want you to be fed up when the person around the corner does it. I want you to be fed up when it's right on your block. I want you to be fed up with the black on black before you start talking about they're trying to take us out. They really ain't got to do shit. They can sit back and let us do it. Because we killing each other faster than they ever will.
Ricky, what you been smoking on today, Ricky? I'm feeling them answers.
I ain't been smoking on nothing today. I'm actually pretty fucking sober, and I'm in a great space right now.
Well,
I'm being honest in these answers because I know I joke a lot on this and I talk a lot of shit all the time, but some things that I'm really passionate about, like this is one of those things I'm really passionate about. And I hate for people to have this outrage just when they're like, oh, a white person did it. What about the million of black crimes that happen right in your neighborhood and you know the fucking killer? What about all of those crimes? Be outraged about that shit. Be outraged because y'all killing each other over a fucking shoe. Be outraged because y'all killing each other over words that don't hold no meaning over your life. They have no burden in your life. Like none.
Over a block that you don't even own.
Exactly. Your name ain't even on the fucking street. You don't even own the house you renting. Like, what are we doing out here? I want us to be outraged about that shit. Start there. Take the outrage from there. I understand as a father, I could not fathom my child being murdered. And then you telling me like, hey, your child is killed and that's just it. And they're going home to sleep with their wives and their children and they're hugging and kissing them and they're at the grocery stores and they're living their life just regular. I can't fathom seeing that and having to deal with that and then expecting me to hold on to my sanity. I probably would have lost it. I probably wouldn't have went as far and killed a man or a woman just out there, but I definitely would have planned this shit out way better than he did.
All right.
Strategically do shit. Strategically do it, because yes, they got national news. It's going to die down in a couple of weeks, and everybody's going to forget about it. And all those people that's like money on his books, then he gonna be right back in the same situation. Now, not only have you left your wife and your other child out here to fend for themselves, you also put a target on their back.
Hey, listen, Teresa said, preach, Ricky. All right, Rick. All right, Ricky. All right, we're gonna go. Since Tara ran off Tall Bone, I guess go ahead and go to.
That's a shame.
The level of
playing, she did not run out Tall Bone. I'm just playing. Go ahead, KJ.
All right, so this is something that's very important, right now, because times has changed, and I've said it a few times, and I think a lot of people don't realize it. And one, I want to go back to what Ricky said. We it's hard to cheer for you when you're committing a crime. You was committing a crime in the first place, and we know that's wrong. Now, my daddy was part of the Black Egyptians in East St. Louis, and that was like the Black Panthers for East St. Louis. He went to jail for shooting at a police officer that was harassing people in East St. Louis, and he went to jail. Know this is to all Black people. The system is not the same for us. And Trump, since he's got in office, he has he's given each police officer immunity. He has said they have immunity to do whatever they feel they want to do for their job. And that means they're going to kill you when they have the chance. Don't put yourself in that situation. When you get stopped by the police, go ahead and just cooperate. Bail yourself out, then argue with the police over what's going on. The police did you wrong, because right now, and I mean this, and I've said this to my kids, we'll bail you out. Get out of jail, survive being stopped, because right now they can kill you. They can get away with it. Department of Justice has been told, do not investigate any civil rights issues. See, when boy got killed out in Ferguson, we had a Department of Justice that would go and investigate those things, and they would punish crooked cops that did that. That's not happening now. That is not happening. You're going to get killed when you give them the opportunity. And it ain't that they mean some of them out there to do it. And then this other part, I know plenty of law enforcement officers that don't harass people, don't mess people over. This guy was retired. He was standing on the street directing traffic. You shouldn't have did nothing to him. You shouldn't have did nothing to him.
You're already mad because his job ass.
And like you said, now you remove yourself from your family. You remove yourself. You so much more you could have did. And one other thing I want y'all to know: since Trump got in office, Trump also removed the bad police list. So these police that get moved around that they used to track, they no longer track that. So you're gonna end up with some trigger happy police like the one that shot Tamir Rice. He had been fired like 3 weeks before, and that chief said this guy should never be a police officer, shouldn't own a gun, period, because he is too reckless. Then Columbus, Ohio hired him, and he killed a 12-year-old. Survive to stop.
Okay. Teresa says, "Survive being stopped is so real."
I do want to say that old boy that he was talking about, his name was Mike Brown. And I also want to say that I'm not sure. I know Trump talked about that, but I'm not sure that he actually was able to push that through to give them immunity. I haven't seen anything written on that. So put that in the chat like you do everything else if you want to. But I'm gonna look into that because that was one of the things that terrified me about Project 2025 was his talking about police, immunity. But the way they keep getting off lately for stuff that they do, like you just mentioned, Lacey, Tyree Nichols, that might be true, but I haven't seen it written. So I'm gonna look into that to make sure that's factual.
So the Department of Justice, they might not have activated it. They might not have made that law, but the Department of Justice has been told do not investigate any civil rights issues like with the police. For example, when Obama was in office, there was about 40 different instances where we checked out police and they went in, they tried to do reform. In Trump's first term, only 2. They're back in the blue, no matter what. The police officer shot you, they don't care.
All right, let me go to this next topic, guys.
Real quick, Lacey, 10 seconds. I do want to say this is the same thing that happened with Mike Brown when his family did the private autopsy. I just need y'all to explain to me how y'all life was in danger from someone who you shot directly through the middle of the back of his head. That means he wasn't facing you, wasn't looking at you, and was heading away from you. So I believe the gun was probably planted, but they just got to stop with these stories that don't make sense when the forensic science gets involved.
Right.
You can't trust nothing that they put out there.
Exactly.
You can't. The burden of proof is so high. The police officer just has to feel in any way
fear for his life. Yeah, exactly.
And he doesn't even have to justify it because they're gonna say you weren't there. And then how did they have that trial with 12 white jurors?
Because that's what they do. I didn't mean to delay it that long.
White jurors.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, next topic.
We put our children in the sports, and so do white people. But white people put their children in sports to extract the principles from it. And we put our children in sports to become a professional at it. Because they're going in there to extract principles from it. If they don't make it to the NBA or the NFL, they take the sacrifice they learned, the discipline, the hard work, the working through fatigue, the teamwork, the categorization of personal life problems and still being able to perform a task. And they take that to their law firm or their insurance agency or their dental office, and they just take discipline over there with them and become great in that. But we got our mind wrapped up 100%. If I'm going to the league, I'm going to the league, I'm going to the league, I'm going to be in the NFL, and if it don't happen, now you got a brother with a broken spirit. If you became proficient in any sport, you have a greater calling on your life, and you can take that discipline that you use and all the principles from it and go into anything and be a master of it.
Hey, Gateway Louis, what you think about it? Is Louis here? Louis probably ain't here. Ricky.
All he said was have a backup plan in a whole lot of words. What? That's what he said. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. All right. All he said in a whole lot of words was have a backup plan. Just because you don't make it in one thing, or you might not make it to the NBA, right? Because let's be straight, quite honest. There's 32 people on the basketball team, right?
Facts.
That's the whole roster.
Facts.
All 32 of y'all ain't gonna make it to.
You said on the basketball team, shit. It ain't even 30, it's like 16 or 17.
I mean, I'm talking
12.
I mean, 32 teams, I think, is what she meant. But is that football? I don't know.
No.
Basketball is like 12 people because you got your 5.
It's not 12 people because they got 5 out there on the court,
and then you got the backup.
They got the 5 sitting on the bench ready to come in. That's at least 10. So I think it's like 32 of them for real. I don't know for sure. Louis, I can't have you on here twice, bro.
is this weird? This tone was doing that last week.
Ricky on her twice too. I just say bring her up. Look.
Oh my God.
Take my thing off because that was on my phone. Take it off. Quit playing.
All right.
No, for real. No, take it off. That shit weird.
I'm gonna take. I had to go back up and get it. Okay.
Listen, however many people on the team, right? I'm just saying if we're being honest, like if you go to like high school basketball and all that shit, it's like 32 people on the team. In the complete roster. I'm saying with all of those people, all 32 of them are not going to make it to the fucking NBA pros. Okay, it's just not happening. It's not going to happen. So somebody out of the 32 people should at least be like a lawyer, a doctor, a fucking botanist or something. Like you got to have a backup plan because if that doesn't work, then what? You gonna be over here on the corner begging, or you gonna be them dudes still trying to go to open gym talking about some what you could have did? Because y'all be like 40, 50 years old still in the open gym talking about some that you'll run hoops around motherfuckers that you ain't even finna ever meet. I'm confused. Like, get a backup plan. That's all he said in a whole lot of words. Have a backup plan. Take the tools that you're learning, the discipline that you're learning, you know, the conditioning that you're learning, and apply that into a business or something else. That's all he said.
All right, KJ.
Yeah, I think, you know, that because I've had the same thought about my daughter. You know, she's 12. She runs track, she volleyball, basketball, and soccer, and she's exceptional. You know, and she's one of the better players on our teams all the time. I look at professionally, what can she make and what should she be focused on? And I think, you know, some things he pointed out was like, you know, your kids can be in sports, not just to play sports, you know, that they can also learn leadership skills. They learn how to work together. They learn how to be a team player. You know, they learn how to push themselves and manifesting those skill sets and working and enhancing those skill sets is also transferable. Even if you don't go on to become a professional, you'll be able to utilize that in whatever career you go into. And so, you know, that's something that everybody needs to think about when your kids start going to sports, because they'll play sports and they won't focus on learning anything while they're in school. You know, they're getting bad grades while they're in school. They're creating a situation that they can't do anything else. Versus, like Ricky said, you got to have a solid backup plan. You should be doing both. You know, because the comment was they're doing both. You know, the thing was about white people. They have their kids in sports so they can learn certain skill sets, not to go pro. So,
All right,
that's it.
Tara.
So there was a more poignant video. There was a more powerful video from this same interview that this man was doing, where he said something like, you know, they gatekeep those things like doctors, lawyers, and try to make it as hard as hell for our kids to get into those programs and to excel and be chosen into those residency programs and things like that. And what they do is they have like sing, dance, jump, die. Those are the things that they will allow us to be in, and they don't gatekeep at all. They don't try to block us from entertaining because they love our culture and singing and dancing. And then when it comes to jumping, that's sports. Yeah, we'll let you in there because we're going to make more money off of you than we pay you. And then death, where either we are the harborers of death or harbingers of death, whichever word he said, and or we're dead ourselves. So when this man was talking about that, he was talking about the fact that they're teaching their kids to go out here and own things, be doctors, lawyers, astronauts, those things that can make a huge impact on the world. And, you know, we are out here telling our kids the best thing for you is for you to go out here into sports. That's what you need to strive to do. Don't even worry about doing good, getting a degree, because if you get hurt or you blow something out, what is your degree in? Sports medicine? You don't even really want to do that. So we focus on telling our kids to go out here and perform for them, for the masses, to require or to rely on them paying us versus teaching our kids like Amaru and Olivia are not. Olivia don't even want to do sports, but she's going to do track and cheerleading, and Rue is going to do track as well. I can't handle him playing football. I watched my oldest son do that, and I can't go through that shit again. But the skills that you can learn in these things are one thing. The schools, it's mandatory because they're in private school. But my son wants to be an engineer, and my daughter wants to be a neurosurgeon. And I'm so proud of that because I don't know an engineer from my bloodline or a neurosurgeon, a doctor of any kind. So, and that's very rare because most of the kids in these classes still saying, I want to be the next LeBron. I want to be the next anything sports. And we even have all these joking, Key and Peele things where they talk about the names. You name your kid shit that's so horrible, they'll never get a job from their resume. So the only thing they can do is go be a football player. Like, that's a running joke for us. So I like what he said. And I do think that we need to start understanding our kids are more than just a clown show or a circus for these people.
Gateway, little way.
Yeah.
Where to go, Tara?
So I feel like, I didn't get a chance to see the whole video, kind of cut out, but I know who this brother, I see this brother clips all the time, and I kind of like got the gust of what he was saying. I mean, everybody, I feel like everybody had their own perception on, what they want to do in life and what make them feel a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? So I don't knock nobody who want to entertain, because I feel like, anybody who can create culture or create an existence is a god in itself. So if you can go out here and you can make a living off just your natural talent, then I feel like, go for it. However, I do agree with what we should be teaching our kids through the disciplines that come along with sports and other activities. It's the after effect, or the preparation before the actual event or after the event, where the parents should sit down and mentor or guide the way their kids see what they're doing in real time, and extracting the principles and the morals and integrity out of the actual event, and have them to focus on the actual character qualities and attributes that these sports and activities can bring out of you to make you a better human being in the real world. And I think that when you can extract those things and show those kids the importance of that, then the transition from sports ain't as hard, because they understand the foundation of who they are and what they really possess. But if you're not doing your part as a parent to be able to sit them down and breathe on them, then they gonna go for the allurement of what social media and society put out there for entertainers, and that's what they gonna be doing it for. So I feel like it always go back to us. We have to take accountability and be more active in our kids' life.
All right. Teresa said facts, Tara, when you was talking. Go ahead, Tom Bone.
And I ain't see that damn video.
Okay, well, look, we'll go to the next one for you. All right, let me go to the next video.
Side pieces are sometimes more devastatingly sad than losing your girl. Cause it's like, she's like the one woman you can really be honest with, right? She tell you about the relationship.
Absolutely.
She remembers things that you need to remember.
Yo, today is your girl's birthday.
Yeah, or your girl's mom's birthday. Like, she stalks the page for you, so you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, bro, when you lose your side piece, you really lose an important tool.
All right, Tom Bone.
I will be the first one for this, ain't it?
You missed the last video.
Shit.
I was gonna go off, but I'm gonna stay on.
You said what you say? What you say?
I said I was gonna go off, but I'm gonna stay on with you. I know you about to do something. I'm staying on screen for you. It's gonna be all right, Tom.
Hey, so look, is it more devastating to lose your side bitch than your main bitch? All right, before I say my answer, I would like to say the views and comments based on this question are just those of Tone Bone, not Antonio Williams.
Oh my God.
So, first and foremost, sometimes it's most definitely devastating to lose the bitch on the side and the bitch in the house, because the bitch on the side keep the bitch in the house around, in the sense of she makes me able to deal with her. You know what I'm saying? So if I lose the woman that makes my wife more tolerable, then I probably leave my wife too, because now I got to deal with all the bullshit all day, and ain't no escape. I ain't got no side bitch no more. That, like dudes say, that she know what I eat, she know what I cook, so I gotta actually put out applications. Now this may take some toll on my real relationship. And you know what I mean?
Tone with the disclaimer.
Yes. Antonio with the disclaimer. Tone is going. So, but yeah, it definitely could hurt. I mean, and it's gonna be crazy because women gonna be like, oh my god, but they be hurt when they lose their side nigga too. You know, the nigga that give you the extra paper that your nigga ain't got. You get what I'm saying? The nigga that'll fix your fucking brakes when your nigga ain't on it. That nigga that'll come and do some shit when your nigga ain't, you know? Like bitches they be acting like they don't be, you hear me? They be devastated when that nigga ain't sending that $20 for that munchie meal at lunchtime, you hear me? They gotta reach out to that nigga. They gotta reach out to that nigga and deal with it. Oh bitch, you need lunch, but you ain't want to give me no coochie last night. You know what I'm saying? So whenever,
Oh my God.
if you're indulging in this type of lifestyle, it's gonna always be devastating to lose something that keeps, the house happy. Because now the house ain't gonna be happy. You know what I'm saying? Side bitches are needed in some situations. You know what I'm saying? Women need to understand that. Like, what type of wife are you? Are you fun? Or are you like? Cause see, some girls are like some true. Some women think I'm not cheating, so I'm a good woman. Yeah, no.
Lisa said, "Oh Lord."
What's the
And she
question,
said,
real quick? I just got back here. What am I missing?
"You just
Oh
got back here.
no,
You ain't missing shit.
Talking about
You
the
ain't
side.
missing
So he
shit."
said, "Is it more
The side
devastating
chicks are needed.
than your main?"
Is it more what?
He said, "It's more devastating losing your side bitch than losing your main."
Who said this? Tone?
No, a dude. It was a
oh
video.
my
Oh,
goodness.
okay. Okay.
Oh, you missed it.
But Tone did say yeah.
Hold on. Tell why would you just say tone like that, bro? Like,
Because it sound like something you say. I mean, what we doing?
oh no. Girl, first of all, I promote love.
Well,
I,
if you just walked in the room like I just did, you were the one who said it, according to me. That's all I'm saying.
girl, I promote love and monogamy.
But he also
Shoot.
said women the same way. He also
Yeah,
said women,
this is I played it both ways, Terry.
right,
Yeah,
what y'all like,
I was speaking on
women
men
do it
and
too.
women.
Y'all get mad when y'all lose y'all little side dude that take care of y'all and that cash up you
What?
with $20 when you
The work
short.
husband,
those
He
was the
come up
words
from
of
just the
Tone.
way.
Tone.
the work husband. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes men or women, y'all gotta understand what your strengths and what your strengths are and what they're not. Some people are just designed to be cheated on. You get what I'm
Oh
saying?
my
Oh,
God.
Like,
How you
like
promote monogamy? And that's what you just said.
hey, it is what it is.
Oh my
Like
God.
I never will make it to the NBA because I'm little. I gotta accept that I'm short. Like I
Hey,
can't make it to the NBA. Some people just gonna get cheated on, bro.
all right, Tone. Let me go to Louis.
Yeah, man, I can understand what the dude's saying on the video, but I would disagree with it. I would think that because your main chick is your main chick, that you would be more devastated to lose her because that's the foundation of what you standing on. That's the mug that's you really invested into. You know what I'm saying? That's the person who you trust in the um you know share personal stuff with. A side chick, if that's the case, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't. I would think that she just a side chick, so you wouldn't share nothing too personal. Even though she probably would make it better for you in certain ways, to make the load a little lighter for your main chick, if that was the case. But as far as losing her over her, nah, it ain't even no comparison, because that's the reason why she the main, or that's your main chick.
Teresa said,
That's my
"Wow,"
opinion.
and she said that was for Tone. Go ahead, Ricky.
The fact that they still
What is we wowing? Like what I
Well,
said ain't
shoot.
true.
You know what you said. You know what nobody here gonna ride with that. Stop playing.
I don't give a fuck what they ride. A lot of people don't ride with sins if they do.
Go ahead, Ricky.
Oh, crazy.
I was just saying the fact that they're still calling chicks side chicks when they're in full-blown relationships with the side chick, just like the main chick, there is no such thing. Them both
They
just
sister wives.
yeah, they're literally sister wives. Like there's
They
no,
just don't know that.
well, the side chick no. So It's only one person that don't know or acts like she doesn't know. They're on the same playing field, if you ask me, because from what I've been told and from what I know from experience, side chicks get treated better than girlfriends. They don't have the obligation to have to deal with all of the bullshit that the side chick has to, the main chick has to deal with. They're there
I disagree with the treated better shit, but I get what you're saying.
I mean, shit, they paying all the side chick bills. They doing everything, taking them on trips. They doing all of the shit that they would do with a main girlfriend. So there's really no difference anymore. I'm just saying that there's really no difference anymore.
I agree with you. Right, you're right.
Mute him.
Hey, Tara, get the fuck on, bro. and that's respectively.
Respectively, sure.
Fuck on, bro. Fuck on, bro.
Respectively, she.
Motherfuckers get new glasses and think they see shit differently. Get the fuck out of here.
I would just say that, like, I feel like they're both on the same playing field. I'm not condoning it one way or the other, but dudes be like butt hurt over their side chick. Like, they be butt hurt over the side chick. I don't understand why.
Because the side chick do that little thing that they like doing. And when you lose that, bro, you're like, oh my God.
I'm not going into detail with this. I'm just saying myself, I don't understand it. But again, y'all secret safe with me. I let people be as great as they need to be in that aspect of whatever they have going on. But I would be hurt. I don't have a side dude, but like all of them know about each other.
Oh my God!
That I was talking shit.
Jesus.
So you just got a community of niggas.
It was a joke. No, it's not a community. It's a roster.
Don't turn into next because
I was just joking. Look, in all seriousness, though, I don't have no roster of niggas because
this motherfucker got
I get irritated with one.
Got a harem.
Any questions?
This motherfucker got a Black Panther
Blue
party.
said if you ain't the only chick, it don't count. Go ahead, Tara.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
His name change all the time. Listen, y'all know I got 2 deal breakers. Everybody here could probably recite them. Don't cheat on me. Don't beat on me. So I don't play the side anything game. I would never make a dude mine if he wasn't providing everything that I needed in house. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand these terms and I don't speak this language. So y'all got it.
I don't understand these terms.
Yeah, you understand these terms just because you don't participate.
What the fuck you think you is, bro?
What'd you say, Ricky?
I said, Tara, understand these terms. Just because you might not participate in it, don't mean you don't know.
But I'm just saying, why would you be butthurt over the person that you didn't choose to be number one? Like, what mental issues do you have?
Number 2 is better than number 1.
Tara, that's what I was saying. Nowadays, both of them are number 1 because
but make her number 1 then, Tone. Make her number 1 then.
Have you ever had food, right? You ever had?
Oh, here you go.
Sometimes the macaroni was better than the chicken. Sometimes the side just be busted.
Go ahead, KJ.
I don't know what y'all smoking, but put it out.
You know,
hell nah.
When I wasn't acting right, you end up with your side chick. And the reason you enjoy your side chick more is because the side chick.
Did you say you end up with your side chick? I'm sorry.
You end. Okay. The reason that a man does end, right now, don't cheat, stay monogamous. But when there was a time that I was engaging in that, the reason that you like your sides, why she can be, you can miss her, is because she's there for all the fun stuff. See, we done messed up the relationship at home, and relationship at home ain't fun. So the side chick gets missed because she's about all the fun stuff. She ain't asking you to pick up nothing. She ain't asking you to do nothing. She ain't complaining about nothing. She happy that you spending time with her. You go over her house. It was a chick. I don't know her house. She had a whole set of clothes for me. It was like I was living 2 separate lives. I could go over there. Everything was all gravy. Then when I went back home, because I wasn't taking care of home the way I was supposed to. I wasn't making, I wasn't doing all those things like I was supposed to, and so, that's why you end up missing her. Now you should miss your main chick, who you with for real. But you tricked yourself, fellas. You're not really happy. You don't really love your side chick more. You just have more fun with your side chick because she's still wilding for you and doing splits and like Ricky said, you ain't got to worry about getting her pregnant. You know, because she gonna make sure she handle that. So
first off, because I didn't say that.
I think that may have been some Bone said.
You to practice more a different type of contraceptive last week. I applauded for you.
Oh yeah, come on, hand over.
Swallowing kids. Come on, swallowing kids, Lord Jesus.
Hold up. This nigga is going to old files. He making too much logic out this shit that we talking about. First of all, and then now this nigga's going to old files. He is too professional for this show. This is Uncensored the Podcast, not The Office. This nigga is
Wow.
Terry is the only HR.
That ain't my reasoning.
Teresa said, "Wow, is going to be my permanent comment to Tone tonight." Laughing my ass off. You're funny.
He on one. We getting the unsaved Tone tonight.
All right, man. Let me go.
Hey, stop! No, I'm not. I'm completely saved.
Let me go to this. Next topic. It says, "Have you ever had a healthy argument, and if so, what does that look like?" Go ahead, Ricky. Yeah, go ahead to the car.
I have had a healthy argument,
but it's in a relationship, so it's in a relationship context, not just with anyone.
I wasn't talking about you, motherfuckers, because definitely wasn't talking about child. This shit had me wanting to smoke a cigarette, and I don't even smoke. No, I've had a healthy argument before. I won't even call it an argument. We had a very healthy disagreement. Me and someone, we couldn't agree on politics, and it got very heated, right? And this was so funny. We laugh about it now, but this is so funny. He was like Team Obama, and I was team he ain't do shit. And to this day, he always tell me that in order for us to be in a healthy relationship, that Obama is the light of our household. So he is the head, then God, and then, he always joke like this. But we had to have that healthy argument over politics about Obama. And y'all know that I got a smart ass mouth, so y'all already know that. And let's just say that it got very heated, but we came to an understanding and we laughed at the end because he say I'm an old Republican white man at heart.
Hey. This story.
How was it healthy though?
Yeah, because this story, like what that Dave Chappelle shit.
Okay, so this is how it's healthy. Just because we didn't agree on politics, right, does not mean that we were beefing with each other. Even though it got to the point where I feel like it was getting heated, we could still crack jokes and laugh about it because it wasn't as deep as we thought it really was, which was a healthy argument for us. That's why it was healthy.
Lacey? He's so far away.
Go ahead, Louis.
Yeah, I feel like every argument should be healthy. If you ain't debating or going back and forth to try to get to a healthy space, then what the hell are you arguing for? You know what I'm saying? Because if it's that serious, that you that passionate about it, you should be seeking some form of a solution. Now, I'm not agreeing with you should be arguing, but if you happen to find yourself and your emotions to be arguing, you should make sure that your intentions is right. Because if two people have the same intentions, which is to come out of that space better than when they leave out of that space better than when they came, and if it resulted to an argumentation between two people where people was kind of passionate and raising their voice, then yeah, it should be healthy, because you should walk away from that knowing how you gonna move forward. But yeah, I've had healthy arguments. I don't like that it have to go that way, but sometimes, that's life, when you got two bullheaded people or two people who stand firm on what it is that they see or believe in, But I feel like you should always make sure that you keep your objective in front of you on and what is this? What's the purpose of us doing this for? And as long as the intentions is right, then I feel like, everybody is an individual. So, it sometimes be like that. So yeah, I've had healthy arguments.
KJ.
This is another topic that we talk about all the time that I think is very important. Some people argue to have their point heard, not to. Let me say instead, or some people they argue to have their point heard. They're not trying to be correct. They're not trying to find a right answer or a solution, and that's where the breakdown comes in at. You have to be able to go into conversations, especially with somebody that you care about, that you don't have to be right. We just want to, what are you saying? What am I saying? What's the proof? And you can't. The more you mature to your emotional IQ, the more you can start accepting other people's view, and you understand that you can look at things not just from one direction. You can look at them at different layers, and they can be true in different ways. But you got to want in your spirit with that person. You got to allow yourself to be corrected. You got to allow yourself to accept new information and not be so focused on trying to get your point across, but trying to get an understanding from both sides. And yes, I've had several healthy, conversations, but it takes the patience, because you got to try to take the emotions out of it. People are so afraid to be wrong or feel like I said this and now people going to think I think different. Well, that's okay. There are lots of things that I look back on that I thought one way that now I look at them a different way. So yes, you can have successful conversations, and it should look like the goal should be for both of you guys to come up with the best solution that works for you, not just your answer or how you feel.
All right.
Well, KJ, what I heard was you was just gonna let her win. All right, go ahead, Tara.
Hilarious.
So
So
the
what
healthy relationship with letting her win.
KJ didn't just answer the question at hand. He actually gave, I think, a better answer. He said, yes, I've had some healthy conversations. The word argument is what's throwing me off with saying healthy argument. I think you can have an informed argument. I think you can have a heated debate and end up with a resolution, which is the goal. But healthy and argument they bite for me. I don't think that they go together. Though I understand what we're all saying, but I just like it better to say I had a heated conversation, or I had a healthy conversation, because argument is, for me, just the idea of that word is a negative thing. However, I will say this: yes, I did. I've had a conversation. What you say, Lacey? Are you trying to talk?
No, I'm saying you just basically said they don't go hand in hand.
Yeah, it to me. So, but in reference to this, I understand. I think you can have a heated debate or even a full-fledged argument that ends up with you guys understanding each other better. I've been in a situation where I thought the conversation or the argument we were having was the dumbest kind of conversation you could ever have. I didn't want to be talking about it. I didn't want to listen because I was super irritated. And he got mad enough to finally open up and be vulnerable and say, this is why I'm saying this. This hurts me. And that's a trigger word for me. If my man say I hurt him, that's the quickest way to get me to shut the fuck up. I ain't gonna hold you, because that scares me. What you mean I hurt you?
That need to be a trigger for everybody.
Yes, but what you mean I hurt you? Oh, I can't deal with it. I'll be crying more than I'm so sorry, I never do it again. Like all this kind of stuff. That is a trigger word for me, because I'm supposed to be his safe place. I'm supposed to bring him peace. And now I've hurt him. Like that's different for me. So we've gotten there, but it was so chaotic and so mean before we got there. So now we got to recover from the hurt of the build up to getting there. But we did leave with some clarity. I had a better understanding, and I knew which way I needed to moving forward. But I don't think the argument part was healthy. I think what I gained from it was good knowledge I needed to have. And I hated that it took him to erupt for us to get there. But it's just, I just don't like the word argument.
All right, Tom Bone.
I have healthy arguments with all you motherfuckers.
Have I ever had healthy conversation? Arguments. A healthy argument. Nah, I ain't never had no healthy argument. Nah, because ain't shit. Nah, because if we arguing, you got me fucked up at some point to where The only way healthy come out of it is if you understand you got me fucked up and shut up. Like for real. In a relationship, we have a lot. I have a lot of. I've had, even in the bad relationships, I had a lot of healthy conversations. But I think it's go back to what KJ was saying, or Louis, one of them. It's like, what is the intent behind you speaking? Are you just speaking to be heard, or are you just speaking? 'Cause I feel this way. I feel this way. I feel like. Cause I feel like adults. Look, if you a motherfucker over like 20 plus, like 21, 23 plus, look, bro. As an adult, we don't have the luxury of our feelings all the time. You hear me?
Hell no.
Just because you feel a fucking way don't make it true, don't make it fact, don't make it shit, but your fucking feelings. You hear me? Like, straight the fuck up. I feel like you don't do this. Why? Hey, remember the statement last week? They're like, a bitch will throw away her family for having it. That's why bitches is stupid. Like, straight up, because it be shit like this. You hear me? Like, because you're unhappy, you want to throw something away. And then guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna be unhappy again with something else. And then you're gonna be
Dudes do
unhappy
that too.
again with something else. Damn, what you say? What?
Dudes do that too. Dudes will throw away their
No.
relationships and their families for happiness.
Hey, check this out. Did we just talk about niggas and being bad about losing side bitches? We already addressed that. We don't need to go back there. We just talk about that. That's the same thing. Now I'm talking about women. Thank you, Miss HR lady.
How you know I work
The
in HR?
fuck?
I'm gonna say that. Whatever. Shut up.
The fuck? God damn, boy. Now I call you HR because of how you be trying to.
Well, I work in HR for a living, nigga. So yep.
So
And keep talking.
this is
I'll allow it.
uncensored. This ain't got time for this. Ain't the office. No, nobody needs this.
The second time he just said that tonight.
You go fool, bro.
Because this is the second time that it was needed. You motherfuckers with this educated shit is you is doing too much. This is not even it. I drink and I smoke on this shit. So I'm not even being professional.
In the wise words of Teresa, wow.
Fact.
Nah, but nah, like for real, like. But people gotta like really learn to get out their emotions to have certain conversations. Conversations turn into arguments because people don't know how to control emotions and really understand how they feel. Not even control them, just dissect them and understand like your emotions should be like a river, and you gotta be the rock in the river. You can't move because of your emotion. You gotta let that shit flow past. You feel that shit and let that shit keep going.
You
You
gotta be the
gotta
rock
start.
in the river.
You
All
know what the
right.
fuck I'm saying, girl?
So I
The
wasn't
damn, the, da- the damn, the
I'm
damn, the
gonna
damn shit, the reefs and the shits that's being the fucking
tone.
thing. You want me to be
Tone.
specific, HR
I
lady?
wasn't tone, I was agreeing with you. I actually thought that was
Oh,
beautiful. Jesus
my
Christ.
bad, my bad, my bad. I done got fired then, wouldn't it? I done went off on the HR lady for nothing.
I like that. You can't be moved. You gotta be stable and steady and in your place and not let your emotions move you. That was beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I should have stayed been a rock right there because I definitely let you move me.
See?
Nah, but seriously though, like we gotta understand that, like for real, we gotta understand and dissect them emotions correctly. And I say speaking more so towards women because women are more so emotional, and women
Agree there.
and no, I mean
Absolutely.
that just is what it is. And women more so tend to feel like, because I felt like you did this, you did this. That's the dumbest shit ever. Like like I be feeling like I'm tall every day, but that don't mean I'm tall. When I go outside, I realize the truth. But in the house, I feel like I'm tall because everything is
Oh my God.
reachable. But when I go
Oh,
outside,
this nigga time tripping.
when I go outside, nigga, yeah, my feelings don't fucking matter. You get what I'm saying?
So silly.
What are we doing
So
here?
so
All
but
right.
but not, and that's just
Okay.
been bringing comedy to a thing. But like honestly,
He said
conversations turn
everything in
into
the house
arguments.
is reachable.
This nigga
But
time tripping.
honestly, you gotta conversations go to ain't no healthy conversation because a lot of times, I mean, healthy arguments that people really, if they get to an argument, they're already in their box too much to even.
Teresa said you was on one tonight, Tom.
Yeah, I'm on a few of them. I'm on a few of them. Um, I promise you. Look, I I have had the most shocking weekend Mother's Day. Mother's Day was beautiful for me, and I'm not a mother. Pause. That shit was amazing for me, and I just want to share
Oh,
this energy with y'all.
All
For
right.
real. Like, straight up.
Look, let me go to the next topic.
please, Jesus.
All right, here we go.
Am I the asshole for
Girl.
not telling my boyfriend about his daughter starting her period and giving her my doll? I'm 29 female. My boyfriend is 34 male. He has an 11-year-old daughter with his ex. He usually only has his daughter 3 weekends a month during the school year, but his ex is currently on vacation in Japan, so his daughter has been with him for the past 2 weeks. The weather has been really warming up where we live, and one of my friends opened her pool for the year this weekend. My boyfriend's daughter loves swimming. I told her on Thursday that we could go swimming on Saturday, and she was ecstatic. Saturday rolls around, and she stayed in bed all morning, looking miserable. My boyfriend took her temp, and she didn't have a fever. She just told him that she didn't feel like going anywhere and asked to be left alone. It didn't seem like she was sick, and she had been so excited about swimming earlier in the week. So I knocked on her door later in the day on Saturday to ask if something happened at school that upset her or if anything is going on that she wants to talk about. She initially told me no, but she was tearing up. Then she made me promise not to tell her dad, which I agreed to. She told me she had started her period, was in a lot of pain, and was using toilet paper as a makeshift pad. Even with my assurances that starting your period is nothing to be embarrassed about, she still did not want me to tell her dad. I ran to the store to get her some different pad options, a heating pad, and some chocolate. As promised, I didn't tell her dad. I just said I was running to the store to grab some snacks for myself and his daughter. His daughter continued to have bad cramps, even with the heating pad, so I gave her 2 Midol tablets. About 90 minutes later, she was feeling a lot better. I gave her 2 additional Midol tablets when she woke up the next morning with cramps. My boyfriend's ex returned from vacation late in the day on Sunday, yesterday. His daughter had no issues with her mom knowing about her starting her period, and if she had been in town, his daughter would have called her. The only reason I got involved is because her mom wasn't there and she didn't want her dad to know. I knew his daughter would tell her mom once she was back, and so it was just about a day and a half of me helping and not telling my boyfriend. I figured if his daughter's mom thought my boyfriend should know, then her mom should be the one to tell him. And as I made a promise to his daughter not to tell him. This morning, my boyfriend's ex told my boyfriend what happened, and he called me after speaking to her. He was furious with me for not telling him about what he called a medical condition and for giving his daughter over-the-counter medications without his approval. I told him I wanted his daughter to be able to trust me so she would be comfortable coming to me in the future with things that she might be embarrassed to tell her dad about. I also told him that if there was something going on that required medical attention, I absolutely would have told him, but that it was just her starting her period. He's still pissed, mainly about me giving her the Midol. Am I the asshole?
All right, Tara.
Wow. So, this is an interesting conversation because I feel like if I had a dude who didn't like Western medicine, I would know that already. If we're together and you got me around your kid, I should know how you feel about things like that. I think he's being a bit of a jerk for not understanding the situation she was in because you want to build that trust because one day she's gonna be mad at her mama and her dad, and they better hope that this neutral person is somebody she feels safe coming to, so she doesn't just run off and do some wild and crazy stuff. Um, I'm the type of person who would have went to him and said, "Hey, babe, I got something to tell you, but you got to promise to God you're not gonna say nothing to her." And then told him anyway, and hope he didn't put me out there because you cannot play with people about their kids. She could have had a allergic reaction to something in my dog because she didn't ask the dad. It could have been way worse, and that could be why he was kind of scared about it. So I understand where her heart was. I understand her being the outsider and wanting to make sure she doesn't do anything to alienate herself with the child, but you can't keep the dad out of it. You just can't. So unfortunately, you have to break the promise to the kid, but hopefully the dad makes it look like you still kept the promise.
All right, Louis.
Yeah, I agree with what Tara said wholeheartedly. Ain't no way around that because you just don't know. And then, you don't want to be truthful and honest and have a pat with somebody over the person that brought you into the space in the first place. Like, where your loyalty factors go in at. Like, you wouldn't even be around my child if it wasn't for me. So why would you do something that you don't know if I would approve of with my child without running it by me? Now I understand the women thing, the girl code and all that. I deal with that, whatever. And I pray that the person that I'm bringing around my child on any type of level, or whoever I would ever bring around my kids on any level, would do right by my kid, but you just don't know. So you can't be giving no kid something, that you don't like, you don't know, you just don't know. So, and then that kind of create kind of like a treasonous type of relationship and bond too, because if you doing stuff with my child behind my back that you don't necessarily, or that I don't approve, or that I don't necessarily know that you don't, know what I'm saying? What else would you give my child? You might want my child to smoke. You want my child to drink. You don't, you know what I'm saying? You've been used to doing things behind my back. So like, what? Nah, we can't move like that. Now, I would have chin checked her for that. Like really got on her butt about that. But if she wasn't feeling me on that and wasn't trying to understand, I can't deal with her. I can't move with you because I can't trust you like that.
All right,
my
Tom.
kids is zero tolerance.
I don't know. I guess I'm just like I had to think like what the fuck. I don't want to. The fuck. I don't want to know about this shit. I don't want to deal with this shit. I don't even want to know that the shit going down. Thank you for keeping it secret. Straight the fuck up. And then on top of that, I think it's dope that my child would find like my mate, right? This is my mate. My child is comfortable enough with my mate to speak to her and tell her this is what's going on. Can you please not tell like that's a level of comfort in itself that would have made me like happy with the woman that I have, because my child don't want to tell me. Because I mean, how many kids have been in situations where they don't want to tell somebody, but they damn sure not finna tell their step parent. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
fact.
To where that's a beautiful thing to have a daughter. I mean, once again, as a man, it's some shit I just don't know. Maybe I don't like Western medicine. Well, maybe that Western medicine to help her cramp. I don't cramp. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know about their body. In fact, I don't trust shit that bleed for 7 days and don't die.
Hope bleeding for 7 days, cause that's terrible.
Man, bleeding for more than one. You bleeding for multiple days and you ain't dead.
You just bleeding profusely from your jugular and no shit like that. You silly.
Like straight the fuck up, bro.
Tone
Like,
got you. Y'all was cheering for him. Y'all was like, Tone sounds so. That's such a great father.
Then bam. Nah.
7 days is outrageous. My God.
But also said, for real though. If it was my situation, definitely I wouldn't be. I feel like, dude, like I understand like being the head and being a man and knowing some shit, but like at some point you just gotta trust your woman to be the partner that it is. You hear me? And if my baby mama, my ex or whatever the fuck got a problem with it, then she got a problem with me, because this motherfucker taking care of our child at a time that shit I don't know. You know how many fucking tampons it is? Like, have you been in that fucking aisle, bro?
I hope it wasn't
What the
tampons. I
fuck?
hope it was a pad, but yeah.
Whatever, but whatever the fuck, it's multiple of them too. Light,
Mm-hmm.
max, super. I don't know nothing.
Tone is crazy.
I go down that fucking aisle, I might as well be looking at Chinese shit, man. I don't know what the fuck going, man. I don't know why they give a motherfucker Midol instead of Tylenol for cramps. I don't know. You say your stomach hurt, I'm gonna give you some Pepto-Bismol. I don't fucking know what the fuck going on, man.
This is why you hopefully have a 2-parent household. But when it's biologically y'all kid, is different. Of course, the mom is not talking to you about anything because the daughter's mortified.
Go ahead, Ricky. Go ahead.
I think she did something great, amazing, right? I do think she should have had the conversation with him regarding medication, right? Don't just give my child anything, especially if you like, oh, I want to gain her trust, meaning you don't know her that well, or she don't trust you for whatever reason. Kids be knowing. With that, you should have definitely had that conversation. And you should have a mama number 2, or you should have told her like, hey, ask your mom, is it okay for you to have this? Whatever the situation is. Don't just give nobody kid no medicine, because it's a lot of people that's allergic to stuff and you don't know if they're allergic to certain things just because it's not your child. So you probably aren't as in depth with their medical history. And I'm only saying that from a medical professional. I think everything else she did commendable. Dad, he did say he was only upset about the medicine, so I understand that in a sense. In a sense, I understand it. I think that his delivery could have been better, and they should have had a conversation about this. Like, especially if she's around that age, mom and dad should have had the conversation about periods prior to that. She should have had a whole period kit so that when she does start, she'll know what to do, so she won't freak out. So she'll understand this, and it has like medicine that she can take in it. It has different variations of pads and all the essentials that she would need for starting her period. We actually give them out at the doctor's offices if y'all ever need them. Outside of that, I don't think she's the asshole. I think dad was a little bit of an asshole, and mom was also a little bit of an asshole with this situation too, because y'all all should have been on one accord with this, and that conversation should have been had, because clearly the little girl didn't know what to do is why she was using tissue, because she probably didn't seen something or one of her friends and told her, like, look, if this happened, just use tissue. And she didn't feel comfortable going to dad talking about it. She felt comfortable talking to his girlfriend about it. So there's that whole thing in a nutshell. Luckily, she did give her some pads and not tampons. I'm not against either one. Whatever works for you, works for you. I just think that dad could have handled it better.
KJ.
Yeah, so I'm raising my third daughter, and she's just hitting that phrase where she's starting to have a cycle, and I had to condition myself as a father that if I want them to feel comfortable having these conversations with me, I let them have them conversations with me, so that I am aware, and so they feel comfortable coming to me and talking to me about anything. Now I'm uncomfortable, and I ask my lady friend if I'm like Tom said, I don't know all the different brands and which one do what, but hey, let me ask my lady friend. Let's do this. But now I absolutely 100%. I get her telling the girl, "Hey, I'm gonna keep this a secret," and then she should immediately came to the husband and say, "Hey, look, I need to talk to you. I don't know why she didn't want to come to you, but I want your permission to keep this going, and let her feel comfortable about it, or make sure but I'm also going to encourage her to feel comfortable with you talking about it as your dad, because I don't want to leave you out the loop, and I don't want her to learn to leave you out the loop, because sometimes we like I said, she had good intentions, but she kind of demonstrated to the girl that what, there is a place for secrets from your parents that you don't have to have, and it just creates. And so my daughters, and I had to condition myself. I wasn't comfortable, and sometimes they'll come do it just to make me uncomfortable. I know it. Dad, I think it's that time of the month for me. Like I think they just grilling me just to tease me. But that's something as a father we got to learn to be more comfortable with. But the girlfriend not telling the dad was out of line to me, or not even going to the mother. She should have. Hey, look. So and so just talked.
She was in Japan. She might not have international calling.
Yeah, the mother was in Japan.
And another thing,
she was in Japan. She might not have been able to call Japan numbers. Everybody ain't got international calling.
And then look, KJ. So the thing is, let's say the girlfriend do go back to the daddy immediately and say, "Hey, this was going on," and the daddy go back and say, "Hey, you should," even if he's just going back with good intent, saying, you should be able to talk to me." Imagine that little girl feeling towards his mate now.
Yep, she'll never trust her again.
Like imagine that part of it. Like night. Hold on, so
like
honestly,
look, I'm gonna talk to your dad about it. Make sure he know that you at least going through this. She should, because now you ain't got to be secret.
It's not. Sometimes
instead of teaching her to hide it from her dad, they should be teaching her to say, "It's all right. It's comfortable. You can talk to your dad about this unless your dad says don't talk to me about it."
Y'all just say like not every situation. And not every situation is that. I'm just saying like I
get your point. I get
and I get yours, bro. I promise you, I get it.
I'm saying me.
No, I promise you I get it, bro. I promise you I get it. I'm just saying, like, looking at it from the point of the little girl trusting the mate again. If the mate go back and say this, and then because the father would feel compelled to say, "Oh, well, baby, you ain't got to worry about this. At least, just let me know." You get what I'm saying?
The lesson she learned is when you get with somebody and you somebody's wife, you don't backdoor 'em. That's the lesson she gonna learn. That hey,
That's a
my
back door.
stepmama, because when she get in that situation, she got hey, I'm going to my man, and I'm gonna talk to him first to make sure he know what's going on. Don't teach her to go around, because now you create that system that when she get married to somebody, she gonna think it's okay to go around.
Hey KJ.
Hey KJ.
Hey KJ.
So what I
need to
heard
come
from
to
you is
I need to come to your class. I need to come to your class of how to handle these bitches. Cause if I had that shit being the back door, none of these hoes would get shit off on me, boy. I need to learn you. I need
KJ.
to learn that shit.
All I heard from you was your child won't be comfortable talking to you about stuff.
Man, he
And
just said
Hey,
it. No, I
only
didn't.
gonna
He just said
talk
it. They
I
comfortable.
That ain't what
Talk
I
to him.
that what talking
My
about
kids talk to me about it all the
and
time.
you just
Hold
showed
on. My daughters talk to me about it all
true
the time.
age talking about some my
You're
lady
completely
friend.
wrong.
hey,
Listen, he said lady friend 5 times, and I'm over here
I
rolling
was
every
I didn't
single
want to
time.
interrupt them, but you and that lady friend is hilarious.
I put her on the phone with her sisters all the time. I put her on the phone with her sisters all the time. Hey, she got 3 sisters. They on the phone together all the time.
KJ,
They
they talking
talk.
about your
Hey,
lady
Figure out
friend,
what's
KJ,
going
man.
on.
listen
Don't
to what I said, because you're not listening to understand. You listening to respond.
KJ.
What I
KJ,
said
they
was,
talking about you. They talking about you being
dang,
Prince George.
Bone.
Saying KJ. They talking about you being talking about lady friend. Cause you're 90.
We're gonna come back to the lady friend. I'm saying even if she come to you, right? You're
90?
off to somebody else. So again, this is not a conversation that she would want to have with you. That's the bottom line.
Hey, let me say this though. What if it was a 12 or 13-year-old little boy that had a gun on him, right? And he was confiding in the stepfather, but the stepfather didn't tell the mama, right? And he went on to do whatever he was doing with that gun, right? So like we gotta let's
one can give life and one can
let's
take
put
life.
things in perspective, right? When you talking about parenting, right? When you talking about parenting, it ain't no secrets. I don't give a damn what it is, because that secret might be the secret that can fuck my child up or get my child
Louis.
Listen, I hear all of that, right? But I got
Louis,
two little
if they
girls,
go
right?
into a parent, it's not a
And
secret.
I ain't nobody better not give my child shit. I don't give a fuck what it is without talking to me about it, bruh. Because the thing about it,
Your child don't even want to talk to you about it.
I'm gonna have that relationship with my child where my child don't have to feel like they got to go
But you
behind my
don't
back
have that
and do things.
relationship.
You know
This
what I'm
is where we
saying?
at.
Fuck
Louis,
all
this is
that,
where we
man.
at. You
That's
don't have that
straight.
relationship.
Hey, look, if the son go to the stepdaddy with a pistol and after talking to the stepdaddy, he do some shit that's dumber, I don't think the mama should be with the stepdaddy in the first fucking place, because that don't sound like a responsible parent. We're talking about a lady that took responsible action in a situation. We're not talking
I'm
about a
talking about
lady.
keeping secrets.
We're
I'm
not
talking
talking
about
about a
keeping
lady. We're
secrets
not
from the
talking about a
parent.
lady.
That's
We're
what I'm
not
talking
talking
about.
about a lady. I understand what you're saying about secret,
But
bro. But I'm talking about
but
we're
we
not talking
gotta
about
stop
somebody.
interrupting people when they talk in tone. You interrupting and arguing with everybody tonight, baby. You gotta let people finish they thoughts for real, for
Man,
real. It's
fuck
your
it.
turn, been
It's a
done.
debate show,
Hold
man. What
on,
the fuck?
hold on. Yeah, but Teresa said, "Why would you have a woman around your child that you be worried about what she did or didn't do with your child? But also, she should have had a conversation with the daughter on them telling the dad together." She said, "As parents, do y'all not have secrets with your children separate of your mate and vice versa?" And she said, "A gun is different. You can't compare that with a menstrual cycle. And
The rite of
regardless of what
passage.
relationship you have,
Yes, you can.
kids."
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can, man. Secret is secret, man. Why
You
are
can compare them.
why are we teaching our
A
kids
period can
Listen,
give
why are
life.
so
we teaching
A
our
gun can
kids
teaching
take
our
life.
kids and things.
to
So
not be truthful with the parent? Like
I
that's
agree
we
with
shouldn't do
Teresa.
that, man. Like
I
that's
agree with
let's level up.
Teresa. I
Shit.
agree with Teresa because
Let
it's
Louis
exactly
finish
what I
talking,
did.
Tara.
Shut up. He did. Listen, I did the same thing with Libby. I've seen her, my little 12-year-old. When she started when she was 10, she was mortified. She was like, "Mom, I don't want dad to know. He's gonna think I'm not his baby girl anymore." Like that's what she was scared of. And I sat up here with her and we went over everything. We ordered the red drop thing that you're talking about, Ricky. We ordered it from online or whatever. And I said, "Do you know how much your dad loves you? Do you know how uncomfortable this is going to make him? This is twofold. This is beautiful. We're going to make him uncomfortable. And he's going to let you know how much he loves you and that he would never, this doesn't change anything." And it took her 2 days, but we went together and she told him and I held her hand and then both of them cried. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's his baby girl. And that, it was beautiful. But I
Yes.
could not let the secret ride. But I also didn't want to push her into do it while she was still uncomfortable. So Louis, I hope the 2 days don't make me a bad mom,
look, let
but
me
I
say
did
this.
want to make it to where
I
she
got
was
2
comfortable.
daughters, right? I got a
Mhm.
younger daughter and I got an older daughter. I missed everything of my older daughters, right? Almost everything, right? My younger daughter, all of those things that I missed with my older daughter, I vowed not to miss them with my younger daughter because all of those things would have meant more for me as a father because I would have understood her evolution as a young lady. You don't keep me, don't deprive me of none of that's pertaining to mine, right? She came out of me. So don't deprive me of nothing. I gotta grow up and be man enough to accept it and take it for whatever it is because I have to be her father and walk her through that process of whatever it is as a father because she gotta have that balance. You feel what I'm saying? I need to know
Right.
that she
So
having this type
but the 2 days, all I waited was 2 days to
no,
let
2
her
days
get
cool.
comfortable.
No. It's cool. I'm just saying, like,
That's the
but
same thing that happened in this situation.
listen, I'm just saying, this is what I'm against. Keeping things away from the other parent that's detrimental to that child. That's just
Yeah.
something I won't agree with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely
That's
not.
all.
If y'all
I
not
just,
in the
I
same
just didn't want to force her.
a lot of stuff. If y'all are not in the same house, there's a lot of stuff that you won't always be there for and
I
find
get
out
it.
about later. This is just what comes with co-parenting. And this is part of making sure that their child is comfortable enough to come and talk to you about these kind of things. And most females, regardless of how you feel, like you're a dad and you this and you that and you miss this or you overcompensating for this in this area or however it's done. Females, young girls are not comfortable going to a guy, their dad, a male, to
I
talk about
disagree.
their menstrual cycle. I'm just telling you the anatomy
Some.
of girls. And you might,
Some.
and listen, that's okay. You don't have to agree with it, but it's just proven that this is what happens. Most females, most young girls are not comfortable going to their dads and males about their menstrual cycles. Hence is the reason why before they even found out about it, she was using toilet paper because I'm pretty sure she talked to other girls in her school who have cycles. They will go and find this information out before they go to a dude and ask them about a menstrual cycle, because the first thing a dude is going to say is, I'm not comfortable with this, but let us try to figure this out. And now she's feeling shame because you're not comfortable with something that she has to figure out and she has to go through. You're not going to ever understand what it's like to have a period. So she won't be comfortable telling you those things. Now, if she comes and tells you later on after she's comfortable with it, that's a different story. But to try to make it seem like she has to tell you when something happens is bizarre.
That's a lack
I think
on
he said,
man.
I don't
That's a
think he
lack on a
said the
man.
daughter has to tell him. He said the mom should or the
Yeah.
girlfriend.
He said his
Somebody
daughter
should bring him in.
no, what he said was his daughter should be like right there to tell him stuff like
No,
that. And then
I
it was like
said that my
the
daughter,
spouse shouldn't keep it from him.
the
He said
bridge
his spouse shouldn't
to
keep
where
it from
my
him.
daughter
He
should
come
be
and tell him.
comfortable to be
But
able
if
to
your
tell
daughter
me
wasn't comfortable telling you and telling your spouse, that should be a proud
Hey.
moment for you that your daughter is comfortable enough to have
Don't
that.
give my child shit without telling me. Period.
Hold on,
I don't give a fuck
Why
about
you
none
with
of
him?
that.
Teresa said the intention wasn't to keep him off the loop. She left it up for the mom or the daughter to tell him. All right, y'all, let's go to the next time. We've been on this for a minute. Here go the next one.
Here. Dude, she want to see her brother. Like, you need to let her go up there and see her brother. It's his birthday. So you're not going to let us up? You're not going to let us up? You're not going to let us up? It don't matter. It don't matter. It's what you mean. It's his birthday. It don't matter. So Gina, you gonna be bitter? You're not gonna let him see his sister? You're not gonna let him see her brother? What you mean? It don't matter. Hey, so you're not gonna let him come say nothing to me? Okay, wow. So you're not gonna let us up? You're gonna be paid like that? She knew you. See, Gina, you really mad that I'm with her. That's why you really mad. That shit was years ago. But they are, listen, Gina, they are brothers and sisters. This is a birthday party. Thank you. Can you, Shell, can you tell her? Because she being petty. She not trying to let us up here because she really mad that I brought my girl. Like, that don't even matter. Look, she want to see her brother though. It don't matter. You doing some bull. Dude, this is a kid's birthday party. How long has it been? Years. It's been years. So why can't he come up? Why can't she come up? What did she got to do with it? So you're not gonna let us come to the party? You're not gonna let her come to the party?
It's not too chilly.
Can you talk to her? Shell, can you talk to her? Gina, why is you so mad? Gina, why is you so mad? Why is you so mad? That's okay, Mike. I'm putting this in there. Come on. Bye. That's okay. That's okay. She's crazy. That's crazy. That's okay, baby. Don't worry about it. It's okay. You'll see your brother next time.
All right, Ricky. Go ahead, Ricky.
Both of them parents need fucking help.
Yeah.
Both of them. Dad and mom. Mom petty and bitter, and dad is just as petty. If you already know that they have an issue with each other, that she has an issue with your girl for whatever fucking reason, why would you take her there, provoking her, knowing? The key thing in this is knowing that she has an issue with this. Regardless of however many years it is, she definitely needs to let that shit go. She's petty as fuck. She definitely needs to let it go. But why would you entice the situation? That's like walking in a fucking lion's den with a stake. That's stupid. Of course they finna try to attack you because they want that shit. Why would you set yourself up for failure? If both of them actually put the focus on the child, that child could have a healthy fucking co-parenting relationship, and they could too. But the fact that the mother is worried about what the daddy is doing with the girlfriend is a whole nother issue. Baby, did y'all bring a gift? Come on to the fucking birthday party. Because how the little baby got on the fucking birthday hat? I didn't understand this shit. So I don't know if it was a skit or what, but it pissed me off because I got tired of hearing all the back and forth with it. So you're not gonna let us up? So nigga, you standing on the motherfucking step still like it ain't a whole goddamn hill right there. Go get your goddamn stuff.
I said exactly, Ricky.
I just didn't understand this whole situation, and I hate baby mama, baby daddy drama. I hate it even more when it's baby mama, baby daddy drama in front of the kid, because the only person that's traumatized by this is the fucking kids. And the fact that y'all sitting over here arguing over if he can bring his girlfriend to a birthday party as if he didn't already know that this was going to be a problem is a whole fucking bigger issue. As the mother, please stop being so petty and let these men see they fucking kids as long as she's not doing anything to harm them. Y'all all out there together. Let that baby enjoy both fucking parents and see y'all co-parenting to the point where it's not toxic, because the only people at the end of the day that's hurt is them fucking kids.
All right, Tara.
Thank you. I have a different perspective on this. One, I agree 100%. You don't do this stuff in front of the kids. Don't be crazy. But he said this is a first birthday party. It's his first birthday party. Well, the baby that girl is holding looked like she about 1, maybe 2 at the most. So this could be a situation of Irish twins. The reason she mad is because you had her pregnant at the same time you had that other girl pregnant. That girl might have been quicker to being, due, but clearly this is new. This is raw. She has not had even a whole year to get used to this situation, because they might have been together the first few months of her pregnancy. This is my thing. When you are dealing with somebody who y'all didn't end amicably, it's some drama. There is another woman involved because you were cheating. You were just laying it low and, spreading it wide or whatever, sowing your royal oats. Don't take your new girlfriend over there. This is a situation where you call her and say, I want to bring my other kid. They're brothers and sisters. Do you mind? Are you bringing your girl? No. And you go over there and be peaceful. And your girl should understand it because she knows the role she played in this. She is not innocent in this. And I just don't understand why you want to force the woman that's still hurting, because you can't tell nobody how long to mourn. But you should want a relationship with your child. So don't piss her off, especially not until you get a chance to go to the courts and get your stuff together where she can't tell you no. But until then, why don't you try being kind? Why don't you try to help this woman get over what you did to her? You talk about accountability. If you was cheating, you hurt this woman, and you made her this way. She wasn't that way before she met you. Why don't you try to ease her out of that? You owe her that, and you owe your child that. Again, until you get it legalized where you got joint custody and she can't tell you no. But I just want us to stop mistreating each other. You can't treat somebody bad and then tell them how to react. They might be immature enough to use your kid as a pawn. stop doing fucked up shit, and maybe these women will stop doing that back to you. I'm just disgusted with the whole thing. But them kids too close in age, so I understand why that girl was hot about him bringing that chick over there.
All right, Louis.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, we can speculate, what this was about and what that was about, but I don't know. Only thing I can go off of is what I seen from my perception, and it's just sad, man. Sometimes that these kids get thrown in the midst of parents' mess. Regardless of what, you know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, I feel like if he knew that was the situation, he should have never brought an old girl up there in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Period. If you was gonna try to come see your child and you knew that it was some bad blood already with just you and her, you should never bring somebody that's gonna add fuel to the fire. First of all, but outside of any of that type of stuff, like the kids, man, like what about the kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you feel some type of way, let them two kids, you know what I'm saying, at least you can say, hey, look, the kid can stay. The kid can deal with, brother, sister, however, whatever. But y'all got to get the hell away from her. Like, or, tell your son to, go on ahead for a minute, holler at your bro, give him a hug, give him a piece of cake, give him some ice cream or something, take the toy or whatever, and then, y'all going on, about y'all business. But, I wouldn't rob my child of their own bloodline, because at the end of the day, it's still a blood, That's just my opinion. I feel like adults, they so immature, they put themselves before the kids. And
Yep.
I don't like that. Once you had that child, it was no longer about you. And if it was, you after the child. And until black parents get that right, our kids is gonna continue to suffer.
Yep. Facts.
Tone Bone. Tone, are you there? All right, KJ. There go Tone. Go ahead.
Yeah. So
hold on, KJ. Tone back. Go ahead, Tone.
Nah, KJ can go. I don't want to get in trouble by HR.
Hold on, Frederica said, "Lacey G Soldier, turn on my nephew. Salute." Everybody go get on your head because you ain't speak to her, but go ahead.
She said, "Hey nephew," not my nephew.
Hey nephew. They gonna say,
"Hey nephew, my nephew."
Same thing. Tomatoes. Man. Go ahead, KJ.
Yeah, so I feel like the father. This is an example of get to know the person before you have a child with them, because as a man, I feel like he shouldn't have put either one of them in that circumstance. He shouldn't have wanted to put his girlfriend in some hostile situation, and he shouldn't want to put the mother of his child in a hostile situation. I also think the girlfriend should have said, "Hey, look, I'm not going. You go ahead, take him, and I'll just see y'all in an hour, whatever, or drop the kid off. Hey, I'm gonna be back. Hopefully there was somebody there that he didn't worry about, if something was gonna happen to the child. But in no way should he have expected his girlfriend and him to be welcome in that type of circumstance. That was very poor judgment on him. That's it.
All right, Tone Bone.
Is everybody done?
Yes. You the last one.
I didn't want to make sure it's complete silence, because if Tara say some shit else to me again.
Boy, watch what I do.
Why is you interrupting me? I'm talking to the supervisor.
You better answer the fucking question.
I'm talking to the CEO, not no HR.
Boy, I wish I could hang up on your ass so bad.
I know
Y'all crazy.
Well, A. Oh well.
B.
Boy.
Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. I quit.
All right, but nah, check this out though. I hate low budget bitches. I hate low budget bitches, like straight up, bro. And I'm sorry, as of late in my life, the life I've been living, I tend to hate low budget bitches even more. Cause and then she talks about who gonna take this ass whipping. Bitch, you 50. Trying to fight in trying to fight in front of kids. At what point is that cool? Fighting in front of kids because like for real. Now dude, Tara, I got a couple I got some Irish twins, you hear me? And shit. Hey. Um, but shit ain't always what it seems. You know what I mean? But I do agree with KJ. My girl would definitely have known like, nah, you ain't going no motherfucker where, or we ain't going, because I don't want to deal with this shit. Let's shut the fuck up. But I probably wouldn't even win anyway. I probably would have grabbed my boy and did it like we and my family would have did another birthday party a different day or something, like celebrated before have it go. But he'd have had 2 birthday parties, like straight the fuck up. But I hate low budget bitches, man. It's hate low budget bitches. It's a mindset, bro. Them hoes just destructive, man. Like straight up, them
Better
bitches.
sum it all up. Tone hate low budget bitches.
And my mom,
Bars.
it's about.
It was a Tubi movie though.
It ain't on you, it's in you. You low budget bitches is low budget. I don't give a fuck what your job is. A bitch could be a multi-millionaire and still be a low budget bitch. Like
Facts.
straight up.
Facts. Talk that
Like
shit, y'all.
My cousin
for
said
real.
right. She said right, nigga.
Like low budget bitches is low budget bitches. I don't like them. They make real women look bad. That's why I got the term
Auntie,
bitches.
my auntie said talk that shit, nigga.
It's your cousin and your auntie?
That's cuz T.
Hey,
Hey, I had one of them, Terry, and it's real.
Lord.
I definitely caught this shit. Like, oh,
Who raised these bitches? All right, yeah, we finna get up out of here. Let's get it.
This is Justin. We have breaking news you don't want to miss. Coming up next, UnCensor The Conversation Podcast presents Speak Your Truth. In this powerful segment, our dynamic panel consisting of G Soldier, Ms. Busy Boss, Tara Michelle, Tone Bone, Ricky, and Gateway Louie takes center stage as each one of them will speak their truth, sharing stories from the news that moved them, discussing hot topics that demand attention, or offering uplifting motivational messages to inspire us all. Get ready for raw, unfiltered perspectives and heartfelt moments. Back to you, Lacey.
All right, Tone Bone, speak your truth. Let them know where they can find you. You got anything coming up?
I got a couple of things coming up, but first, Rich, I want to shout out my dude. What's my boy name? That's my Smuggy, and they got that little Insight building. They be doing their thing. I fuck with Smuggy. I fuck with Insight. We got some discussions to be had and everything. So, but if I don't know where I'll be at, but I know on Thursday I'll be down there. Fucking with them for what they do every Thursday. It's a pretty dope vibe. My message for you people is love who love you and cherish who cherish you. Don't second guess. If somebody doing some shit to make you second guess, get the fuck away from them. And to all my black African American brothers, stay away from low budget bitches.
I knew it.
Bars.
Straight up. God said, hell have no fury like a woman scorned. So that means these bitches is the devil. Stay away from these low budget bitches. Stay away from low budget bitches. He who findeth a wife findeth a good thing. The reason you gotta find it is because all these bitches ain't wives. Straight up.
All right.
Love who love you, cherish who cherish you, and take your time and pick in whatever you're gonna pick. Like honestly, life too short Life too short to be dealing with low budget bitches. That's it.
Tone is high. All right, bars.
Pay your light bill, cuz.
Look, my auntie said, "Cut Pete."
Pay my light bill, girl. I'm in the car.
Cutting Pete. All right,
Hey, why you want to talk shit?
Louis, let them know where they can find you at. You got anything coming up and speak your truth?
Man, y'all already know, man. It's the one and only Gateway Louis, man. Gangsta love. Y'all already know, man. My saying for the day is stay sucker free in the land of lollipops, man. You got a lot of lollipop type of characters out here, man, that be faking straight suckers, man. So you got to make sure that you keep your grass cut, you know what I'm saying, and you stay sucker free in the land of lollipops. Other than that, man, it's the hardest in the city competition grand championship down here on Memphis in May on the 15th. You already know Gateway Louis coming, man, representing St. Louis, man. I got a new jump for y'all, man. I'm gonna drop that down there. You know, what's the word? Radio Vision. We trying to tie in some things. We're getting some artists, you know, on the platform. We got a event that me and Lacey G Soldier sitting down putting together, coming soon out here in St. Charles. Gateway show. We gonna do some things, but I just want y'all to, you know, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers that, you know, being celebrated, that love their kids and that's there for their kids, man. It was a beautiful day yesterday, so I pray that all the mothers had a beautiful day. And with that, we'll catch y'all soon. Hallelujah.
All right. Let me read these comments. She said, and peace be still. Tone, when you was talking, she said, that's right. Bitches ain't shit. And Jada Moore said, my great-grandfather, who was born in 1906, always said to love who loves you.
That's right.
My auntie said, keep the snakes out your grass. All right, KJ, let them know where they can find you. You got anything coming up? Speak your truth.
Hey, so, you know, I dropped the Jazzy 159 link in the chat. You know, that's if you want, you know, your grown folks thing, you know, 30 and older, want to hear some live music, want to, you know, experience something different, come on out. We got a few shows also playing, a couple live shows and comedy shows coming up. And I just want to, you know, go back to everybody, remind you, survive the stop when you get stopped by the police department. You know, don't argue with them, don't fight. Just go ahead, go to jail, get bonded out, you know, get the video and then take it from there. But don't, right now, a policeman can kill you and he's going to be set free. Nothing will happen. He can beat you. And it's just this time right now. This is how our grandfathers lived in 1965, in 1970. You know, it's how my father lived. You know, so we got to move different. America is not, it's not fair right now. And just know that when you get stopped.
All right. She said, do what they tell you. All right, Ricky, let them know where they can find you. You got anything coming up? Speak your truth.
I got finals and tests coming up. That's what I got coming up. I just want to say, check on your strong friends because everybody going through different things. People are out here dropping like flies on horse shit. So please check on your loved ones, check on the older people. I just want people to actually give a fuck about other people outside of themselves and always be authentically you. No matter what nobody else say, don't let nobody else dim your light. Don't let nobody else try to tell you who you are and what shit you can or can't be. Always be authentically fucking you. That's all I got.
All right. Miss Logan says, speak that shit. All right. Tara, let them know where they can find you. You got anything coming up? Speak your truth.
You can always find me on YouTube at Opinionated Sense, Instagram, opinionated_sense, and you can find me on my podcast, One Man and One Woman, the podcast on all streaming platforms. I am doing another podcast. I joined another podcast to be a permanent co-host, and we're going to be doing musical artists. So if you have music that you can legally tell us that we can play, you can come on the show and do all of that. Just DM me or whatever they call it here on Facebook, and I'll let you know and send your stuff forward for my other co-host. And this is new for me because I've never done a music show, but I want to tell you my word to the wise is we have to be kinder to each other. like Ricky said, you know, I have a family member who just went through something absolutely ridiculous, and it's unnecessary in this world today. And we look on the news every day and we see that somebody is not going back home to their families. Somebody's never getting another hug again, another kiss again. And in the meantime, we sitting around here mad at people. Like we just know we got all the time to make up with them. You know, if somebody's on your mind, if you miss them, if you love them, tell them. Sometimes you got to swallow your pride. And I ain't telling you to go be around nobody that's toxic. Like, I ain't finna go call my mama, no bullshit like that. But what I'm saying is, if you love somebody and there's something you need to get off your chest and off your heart, do so while you can. The biggest regret in life is wanting to talk to somebody that used to be here and they are no longer. When you deny yourself that option, that chance. And for what? For what? And like Tone said, and anybody else, love the people who love you. Cherish the people who cherish you. Time is the one thing we can't get back, y'all. All right.
Facts. Yo, hold on. Yo, man, I got a movie that I'm shooting right now. I play the Kingpin. I'm finally acting in the movie, so I play King, actually. So I've been shooting on that, but y'all don't know I'm gonna drop an album this summer. I'm trying to finish up my comedy fam. Also, I forgot I gotta say y'all scripts to the people who are on the podcast. But a lot of great discussions tonight. I loved everything that everybody said. But my main thing is always, like they said, love the people who love you. And I'ma always strive and say this: protect your peace at all times. Don't let nobody disturb your peace. Don't let nobody take you out of your craft. If other people want to be bitter and all that type of stuff, don't let that seep into your spirit. You know what I'm saying? So love yourself, be you, and just always become the better version of yourself. All right, boy. All right, yeah, that is the end of the show. We will see y'all next week. Same bad times. Oh yeah, next week too, we do a battle of the sexes. Y'all is going down.
Oh my God, I got somebody I want to bring on.
Bring them on. Let me know. Let me know. So we will see y'all next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Good night, everybody.